all the boys are here tonight.
Well,
Salutations! As per usual.
Anything on you?
Alright, so there you go.
I'm doing just
Yeah, there you
fine.
go. Alright, there you go, guys.
2 bracelets are always better than 1.
Well, I know that place anywhere. How you doing?
Alright, I guess.
Why you guess? Everything okay?
I'm afraid I'm here on business, so...
No, don't worry, we all are, so...
Well,
Oh,
there are a lot of us
is
on
it business that you can talk to me about? Ignore that. I think I know why we're all here tonight. Although, of course, they couldn't bother me, you know, when I was, you know, a couple Google light years closer to the planet, but, you know, business is business. And of course I had to come back and do the thing.
Nice.
There's money to be had.
Your ship ready, by the way.
Oh, the ship, really?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Please you stop and tell honest.
I'll swing by and I'll take a look at it, see what we got.
Understood.
Wonderful, darling. Thank you.
I can help you.
Ooh, I like this one.
Be more attentive.
Oh, good to see you as well.
Understand.
Alright, 10 credits. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a bit distracted mid-conversation.
Whenever you get the chance, we are discussing business with you. Do our duties after all.
You and everyone else, darling. Get in line, but yes, we'll make time. Yes.
You booked my badge.
I did boop your badge, and for a very good reason. You see, Mr. Leonhardt gave me a badge like that, and I'm trying to get Wayward Industries to get a badge of their own. You know, like some kind of pin so we can distinguish who works where. And then the office just came out with a badge recently, and I am fully prepared to earn myself a Girl Scout badge for every damn company that I buy in this establishment. Wear it like a fucking sash, or maybe like a gilded rope or something, I don't know. I'll think of it when the time comes.
It's kind of a double-edged sword. It kind of like identifies you with other people in that company, like you're in that company, but it also identifies
There's
you
friendlies and
to
hostiles.
enemies
wherever
of
you
that
are.
company that you're in that company as well.
Well, better yet, I hear fleshbags revere, you know, the person in charge, matriarchy, patronage, the emperor, what have you. What if I got a crown? Just a big old crown with every single badge on each of the little, like, spikes on the damn thing. Would people respect that? Would that work? Is that a thing?
I think that would work. Sure, why not?
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I
Does
thought.
that mean I'm getting a badge then since I work for you? Do I get a little Flobot badge just right here?
You get... Maybe. I'll consider that. All of my lackeys get Flobot badges. Every single one of them. Everybody in this establishment will be wearing Flobot badges.
Just your faceplate, just like right there.
Get like a tramp stamp or something, just bad decisions. Perpetual bad decisions.
It's just like a badge of Flobot had, but tinier, and every time you press it, it says something sassy or something.
You push it and it says you're welcome. Evening, Leo. Clink.
How you doing?
How are things, darling? I know the last time we talked, things were a little spicy, you know, in town.
Totally, yeah. Things are going alright. Taking care of some business, the family, and my older son will finally join me eventually. He's gonna come back to the city.
Really? That's very exciting. He's been away for so long.
Hey Iris, how you doing?
Yeah. Let's just say he's a piece of...
It's really good to see you.
He's a piece of work. He's been outside for a while. In war.
Oh, I
Fighting in
see.
the front line.
Well,
So what have you
So...
he will have many
rebuilding one
assets
of my
to add to
shops,
the
more
Leonhardt.
different kinds of experiments.
Yeah.
A lot of
I'm not that
solitude
sure. I'm
kind of
happy, but
things.
he has changed a lot. PTSD and all that, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing a little therapy won't fix,
Okay,
or a
when
lobotomy.
you-
Good old lobotomy never hurts.
My roommate says that this outfit is what they call the girl next door.
Really? Why is that?
I can see it.
I don't know.
What is the girl next door? Is she like a neighbor? Is this what neighbors wear?
That's a special
It's a
person.
human concept where a young man and a young
okay.
girl live next to each other, and one of them has a crush on the other.
I see.
But I don't have a crush on my neighbors. I live by like a 40-something-year-old and like an 80-year-old, and they're both really gross.
Again,
Well, I didn't know you were gonna
Hey,
leave it.
Steel!
I don't know, a fucking...
I found a
cave where I
princess.
got... Hush, hush.
I
Princess?
know about this one.
Meet a dragon.
Close to my goblet.
Oh. Well, that's not
I
exciting.
like a dragon, actually.
We already know each other. We know each other.
So what? No violence, no bloodshed, just that's it? You.
Fucking Pokemon.
I mean, there's
I
bloodshed
know
where
her
I'm
mother.
from.
Let me see.
I know.
Thank you. Thank you. You need to up your standards. I swear. Speaking of tall, Bathili, how have you been, darling?
Doing fine.
Well, that's my papa,
Been
so
facilitating
I him.
the apparent building of a ship.
Yes, you are, which I hear is done.
Well, yes, you gave them a 6-day window and they delivered.
Yes, they did. I'm so excited. Do you know what I'm going to do with it, Bathili? Did I tell you? It's very fun. Well, I'm planning on launching a series of, explorers into, the outer rift voids of space. You know, the one where there's literally absolutely nothing around for light years, like a Google light years, like there's nothing. There's supposed to be nothing. Well, apparently, I'm going to test that theory. And, if they don't come back, then I'll know for sure there's nothing. Just like it's supposed to be.
You did put a no shit button on the damn thing, didn't you?
I did. Big red button that was never, ever, ever, ever be pressed.
Please tell me it's not a self-destruct and you actually plan to get them back.
Oh, Flobot.
Okay.
Just got a text from your bodyguard. She's gonna be late.
Beg your pardon? Are they meeting?
Your
Are they
bodyguard's
going?
gonna be late. I got a text from her. She's gonna be late.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I put a button on there. I made sure it would bring them back to the nearest destination, something like that. It may blow up the ship, it may not. I kind of left that to engineering to get creative with.
Also, I know that the ship's probably going to be competently built. Good. Well done. Jameson is very, very good at his job. So I don't think we'll have any problems.
Well, see, that's
He almost did work on a... Oh boy. A portal gun. That would have been fun.
Now that would have been fun.
It nearly would have...
Okay.
Oh, okay. Wonderful for you to make it. Well, the good news is that I was telling him about this expedition. If this expedition all works out, I might be bringing something new to Wayward Industries to, work on. You know.
Interesting.
Good morning.
Small flying creature.
I am
Get
here.
over here.
Hello.
There you are. There you are. That you are. How are you today?
I am good today. How are you doing?
Wonderful news, darling. I'm doing good myself. I got to beat up Joe Bot the other day. Well, last week.
You should do it again.
I should do it again, and more often at that, but we don't want to break things now, do we?
Okay. No, that would be an expensive thing.
Oh, you know all about that.
Yes, I would.
If it isn't Volt, my favorite strange electromagnetic... Yes. The tall one. I'm doing well. How are you?
How long have you been there?
Very good. 2 seconds.
What are you up to tonight? Are you doing anything crazy?
Good.
Renamed Malachi.
Nothing particular, but just
Remind me again, you do mercenary work? Or do you just kill things? Do you eat things? Small things that fly? Do you throw them off of buildings? Are you the type to run power plants? Are you more of a capitalistic sort?
I do more bounty hunting than anything, but I don't really have a mouth to eat them.
That's too bad. We could fix that. Yes, dear.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to tell you this, but your bodyguard is kind of, really smelly. Like, he smells like putrid, like actual shit, like feces, like spread across the floor of like a middle school bathroom.
They always do this. I shower. I like care of myself. Why do you keep saying
He's
I
also
smell?
a horrible bodyguard.
Maybe
Really?
stuck in her nose.
Yeah, he's my
are you
brother, I
saying-
would know.
You would be better for the job? Is that what I'm hearing? Anyways, so the reason why I ask is because I have this ship that's going into space.
Hello.
But I need a little extra juice on a big red button that must never, ever, ever, ever be pressed. Of course, you know how it is, darling. So that being said, I was wondering if you could
confusing as always.
touch this little chip right here. Just touch it. Go ahead. Touch it like you mean it.
I had to leave early, unfortunately, last night. On Thursday.
And hun, I'm gonna whip you with
Perfect. Look at that. It glows red like you.
Okay, now try to get.
For what it's worth, I can't smell if you smell bad or not.
Yes,
I
perfect.
assume that you're telling the truth about the whole shower.
I shower and I wear deodorant.
Kind of confusing, I know.
Wonderful. Andromeda, put that in on databanks. I really should change the name of my assistant. It's such a pretentious name. I picked it for sentimental reasons, not that I have any fucking soul to begin with. But now I'm thinking of
They are
changing it.
absolutely terrifying. At least that's what they prefer to be referred to as.
So I am a. Okay. Well,
But I may need your credentials at some point. I have a job that needs to get done, and I need 2 oversized individuals of 2 different color palettes to do it. Are you in?
Oh, lovely.
Oh, how specific?
It's very specific, very top dollar business.
No, it must be.
so you have good.
Some kind of
They
idol
both seem like
competition?
capable individuals, so.
I mean, if you needed to be more uniform.
What? Well, this just won't do. Steel, turn red.
I can't do that.
What?
Ooh, who's your teacher?
Volks, you are already just subjugating my plans. I can't have this. That's better. That's better. But now that I know you can turn different colors, I'll keep that in mind for the next time I have something that needs
There's the big boss, man.
polar opposites.
I know how to hunt elder dragons, no offense. Not gonna hunt you anytime soon.
Oh, I'm so offended. Oh no, my poor.
A lot of people get
dragon.
offended. I'm sorry.
Then Steel! This is inappropriate. Yes, dear.
I wanted to compliment you. I think you look very pretty. We don't have many things like you in our world, so it's very cool to see you.
Oh, darling, flattery gets you everywhere with me. Oh, how sweet of you.
I want to help you, please.
I'm just gonna let you know, good leg stretch in there.
Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the leg won't do anything. Come on, stupid.
Okay, well, hold on. First
That-
things first.
come on,
I
stop
have
it,
to move to
stop
the
it,
table, so
stop
I
it,
have to
stop it.
decrease
Dad?
to look up at you and you crane your neck to look down at me.
I swear to God, I'm going to kick something if my leg wouldn't try and smack me in the back of the head with how strange it can be.
Or pulling the leg.
That seems good.
Mama does that when she
Speaking
sneezes
of
her
looking
wings
good,
shoot
you're looking
out.
good in your armor, kiddo. Fits you well.
Ah, thank you. It's a copy of Mama's, just less holy armor.
I know it is.
Oh, she's going to take over hell one day. What a sweetheart. We'll be in business, darling. Don't you worry your little head. We're going to custom him. Do you like
Mama's very
burning fuzzy
old-fashioned and
things?
scared of
Or do you
technology.
rather wear them? Like, what's your opinion? Do you burn the fuzzies or do you wear them? Both? Oh, we're going
Depends
to
on the
be...
fuzzy.
Best friends, darling. Do they have coffee and help? That's very important.
Mama
All
told me
right.
without it.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I mean, you just can't go wrong with a good hair job. Like, I'd get mine done, but like, I just got my faceplate buffed. Really, you can't buy this kind of beauty anywhere else. The mirror finish just really sells it.
I saw him get disintegrated.
At least in my culture. I'm not sure about your cultures or what you do for aesthetics, but for the Veer call, at least, buffed out features and polished faceplates. Really. Just the turn of the century.
Though whenever you're free, this is a matter that does need to be discussed more in private.
To the white room with the ugly rug ceiling and all the other things I hate about it. Like Joe Bot on the fucking white couch where he's most likely at, but not yet because he isn't even here yet. It would really help.
Always a pleasure to see you, Flobot.
Always a pleasure, Tanix. Or was it Tantrix? I'm gonna get the name right eventually.
It is Tanix.
Tanix, look at me. Look at me. I'm getting it right. Andromeda, good job. But you're also fired because you never get Satchi's name right.
I'm a part of this business. Oh fuck, almost fell over.
He was actually part of this business. So... I'm just scanning the room a bit here.
There's two people.
Let me see. Well, I have a package from a certain someone. A golden gun, mind you.
Oh.
Don't ask how I got that past security.
I like how you condensed it. Not that I can smell anything, but it smells like victory. Still hold my coffee. Thank you,
I was
darling.
told to deliver that to you. The individual goes by the name of Alex.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, what was their name?
Goes by the name Alex.
Again.
I thought you said something else for a second there. My apologies, dearie. Alright. Andromedas, ship this over to my deep office. And look at that. Magic trick. Nothing in my hand anymore. And what's that? A coffee the whole time. How about that? I thought I floated it for a second there. That was pretty magical, actually. We'll talk. But, I'll keep that in mind.
This way. Also, seeing as we are chatting about that scouting mission, you informed me it would be postponed.
I actually have the ship ready. I just need to proof it with some of the, shall we say baby-proof it to make sure some of the new recruits you want to bring on don't, push the red button and make everything go boom?
Boom.
I can't help it if things
That's
go wrong.
not what I was informed of.
Self-destruct button.
Of course there's not a self-destruct button. There's an abort mission button. There's a difference. But it's not impossible, and you would be surprised what I've seen things do in places where they shouldn't be. So, I'm just looking after your best interests. I'm a good person. You're welcome. That's exactly right. Still, how many new recruits have you seen just completely wipe the floor with the mission? Like, be honest.
9 times out of 10, rookies will fail a first mission.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I want to make sure nothing goes wrong in this mission. So I'm just making sure things go right, you know?
I mean no disrespect, but need I remind you that I am the best cartographer in my universe. There's no scanner better or faster than me.
I'm not worried about you,
I don't
Doc.
fail.
I'm worried about you getting there. But that being said,
I'm rather curious. Your optical receptors went red when I brought up the name. Said you thought it was someone else.
I thought I heard something completely different, darling. That's all.
Interesting.
Besides, I have no idea what you're talking
all
about.
know
It's
right.
always aquamarine and cyan.
Fair enough. Get better at least.
A little bit better, thank you. I hope for... God, I was lagging worse than a Windows 98, and those went extinct eons ago. Like, I'm not ready to go back to the Dark Ages, Steel. I'm not ready. They can't take that away from me yet.
Hello?
Satchi, darling, so good to see you.
Good to see you. Head into the office.
Beg your pardon one more time?
Head into my office. Let's get some fresh air.
We go then.
I concur.
Is this Zaphira fresh air or is this fresh air fresh air?
Don't worry about your bracelets.
Yeah, Zaphira
Don't worry
is
about your
fresh.
Oh. Ah, fuck it.
Then we go then. After you.
Right. Question.
Yes.
Can things teleport here?
I'm asking your point right here, but if they try, I would know.
Okay, because I might have a Geldia.
Well, today's just a good day for me, isn't it?
That's my +1.
I don't think Joe's gonna be happy about you cutting him out of this one.
He can suck my imaginary dick.
Oh.
Oh, for the love of everything holy. This new body is a pile of junk. I really need to work on it.
You should have came with just your body in general. Your normal one.
This is my number one.
At this point, let me address the issues. The Hand of Zarus. Well, we've been dealing them for almost over a year or so, right? They most likely had their eyes set on Zaphira City, but once they've taken down Zaphira City, they're not going to stop. Wherever you guys live, eventually, well, they'll try to find or most likely upseed, because they believe that those who are, well, not human are sin.
Just like the church of last year, I suppose.
They're the same church.
Is the same leader the one we captured?
Yes.
So he escaped. Unfortunately.
What happened was, let me get to the point of more so why we're here. When we captured Flynn last time, Inquisitor Flynn.
Yeah.
Flynn.
We put him in a stasis, held him there for almost about, I would say, 3 to 6 months. Then the Vatican wanted him to try him, basically. It seems fair. Everyone should be judged, especially from their own people. While on transit, that's when, well, the Hand of Zarus made their appearance. The other fingers of the hand showed up. Well, they had Flynn escaped. It may be a blunder on our part, but we realize there's more to them. If we didn't, they would have most likely did things in secret. They've been most likely plaguing Zaphira and other places. They've been attacking, well, Alarn Osaka as of late with Mr. Kirby Knight's area and other parts of the world. The mist that we all been seeing and the bells that we all been hearing. Every time we hear the bells, the mist would move. Oh, I can say with confidence, we will no longer hear those bells again. Not against us, because we have those bells.
No, that's a relief.
Very, very well done.
Though, we did lose some people getting those bells, but for the protection for all people, things had to be done. The mist could be moved with those bells. So, the mist that plagues that area that they're most likely calling as their own facility or headquarters, we can most likely move it and traverse on a siege or attack. The problem is, most likely when we start attacking, they will most likely attack the city as well.
So we required some people to stay in the city and defend it?
Stay within the city, defend the people there. What's the point of winning a war when there's nothing to come back to?
Indeed.
Interesting. Question.
As expected.
Yes.
Are we sure that it's just a hand? There's not like a foot or an arm involved with more members and more factions? It could be a whole body for all we know.
I won't put it. I'll be honest with you. When I try to look into who Flynn is to see his true being, I didn't see him as you would normally would. Right? It took me someplace else in my mind. What we're dealing with is some greater entity. Like I said, he is, well, in some texts, he is known to be the perfect human. But we humans, the humans that live in this world now, is an image of him. In his teachings,
they worship Gormunder? Oh, come on.
Basically saying that, well, Gormunder would be his perfect, disciple, basically, if that was the case.
Jeez. If they're so bold as to attack Zaphira City and go after such notable targets, this backer, this deity of theirs, must be some serious business.
But there's more to it. Right?
Take it from me. Take it from me. They're agents per se. These little peons that they use are no slouches. They killed me at least twice.
Damn.
Well, we all have a stake in this,
fun
right?
for us.
They've been attacking our fronts. I know Wayward Industries was attacked on its waterfront. The Lionhearts have taken serious damage in West Zaphira. You've had a run-in with them at least, how many times?
0. I just want to help Satchi.
Well, you're clearly on the spot for something. And then there's my lesser half.
Down.
Oh, I'm flattered.
We have the keys to get into where they are. The bells. We have control over that. We have control over the mist. Once we're all ready and prepared with our forces, right? There are 3 access points that we can go to this mountain, right? Obviously, the surface level, ground troops, and air support. Then there's a tunnel, and where we also got those bells. Though, info that we gathered from that area, right, was that there's a portal that passed by the bells and leads into some dangerous territory. They didn't go into the portal, but it seems that immensely holy energy, the point where their feet was burning, and they weren't even, fiendish or demonic. Also, we also gained footage, also knowledge as well, that they may have ships as well. Not little boats, but actual ships that they can fly.
I see.
How big
Still not answering the question.
of a ship? How many football fields we talking about here?
Maybe
Football
he
fields
doesn't.
there. I would say, I think it was 4.5.
Okay.
Good.
Rough estimate.
Oh,
I don't know how big a football field is.
so 4.5 football fields. I would say on this scale, that'd be about
They've got weapons.
maybe a battleship. Maybe depending on how they classify their ships.
About 3 feet.
Right.
Is it true that our intel has picked up that they are less resilient to dark magic? Is that true?
Yes, dark energy works. But the most dangerous ones, right, are their hand themselves, the individuals, the fingers, Flynn and his followers.
The Inquisitors?
They work as a team. Yes,
They
the
call
Inquisitors.
they call each other brothers and sisters, so it's kind of like a tight-knit family.
Ah, so we have to kill a family.
All 5 of
It
them.
will not be the first time for me.
No, more like
All right, then.
We actually got recent knowledge there's also a 6th one.
A 6th one, really?
Oh, 6th one.
That doesn't sound very human. That doesn't sound human at all.
Calm down, everybody.
Then that just means we need to go hard on them.
Exactly, and that's why I all called you here today. Each of you either have your own forces, your own people to call upon, your own support, right? It's more so where we can be placing on this battlefield on a day when we start attacking them, right? Who's going to be defending the city? Who's going to be on the surface?
From what I've seen, the Lionhearts have incredible numbers at their disposal. Wayward Industries has the ships you need to try and take down forces from the air. Mr. Steele over here has his own mercenary company and can help supply with some of the footmen. I am unsure of some of the others present, but Joe, you have something you want to add to the party?
Some of my own associates I should be able to lend a hand or two, not to mention on behalf of our partnership with Robot Industries. We have many different, let's say prototypes that we'd like to see tested out in the field.
Wonderful.
Good. Because we need a large enough force to get, most likely divert them to the surface. We split the hand, right, because they're powerful together. They all work together. We divert the hand to a certain points. That's why 3 points are gonna work. Massive army to attack the mountain. In the tunnels, I'm gonna have more so of a rescue team. The hand has captured some people and keep them hostage inside their facility within the mountain. The ones that also retrieve the bells for us to get a chance to fight. So there's gonna be a group going in there.
Wonderful.
I will be leading a group going into, well, that portal.
You're not seriously taking them head on.
No, I'm gonna have people with me, heavy-handed. Most likely Gormunder will be there.
I'll be in there with you also.
Very
like the
well.
last time.
I will as well if you need me. Well, in person, of course.
I never say no to a scrap.
I might as well start selling my shares, good lord.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get a hold of the S-classes.
Asking a Verkal to get directly involved in the scrap is a very heavy request, so that is pending.
I handpicked my widows.
We have some
Much
leftover
less, too.
Believe it.
ships, I believe, from the Atlantan War we can use for evacuation.
We either go in at night, and they will be at a disadvantage, but also we will. We don't know what they have exactly. They haven't showed all their cards. Right. And if we go in the light, well, if they go in the light, right, well, they can most likely transport anywhere they want on the field.
We have a better chance with the cover of night.
Mr. Satchi.
Alrighty. I'll be back.
This form is
Yeah.
a bit stressful.
The cash.
I see.
Maybe we should put it to a vote.
Well,
I mean,
hang
that's
on.
smart
Night
enough,
attacks
I
are good for
suppose.
causing
Vasily.
terror, but against zealots it's hard to spread terror.
Remember that
easily.
expedition that I am going to be launching very soon? I'm looking for something in the outer rifts. If I can find that thing and get a sample of it, I could supply you with an energy source that may help. That's the boys!
The boy.
First,
Now,
line
is
of
it spelled with a
production on
Z?
behalf of the joint collaboration
Holy
with
Roll it in
Purple
use.
Lotus and
ever-loving fuck.
I can't.
That would
I
be
can't
shame.
see it as a bigger than
Show her off, Joe. Let's see what he can do.
I want to fight it.
That will do.
Hang on.
Reasons these are designed to be remote connected, either via
neural connectivity or being able to jack it like a drone as a synth.
Really
May
nice.
not be as big as what we're going up against, but it packs quite a punch. Plenty of firepower for both long-ranged, beak-sized, and close-range engagements.
They wouldn't mind if you showed it off here, right?
Please don't hit any buildings.
Over this way. Over this way.
Yeah.
Ruining the
Come along.
Oh, don't hit that shit.
Come along.
Oh, God! Those bullets are gonna fall!
I'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Fall in the fucking water. Calm yourself down.
There are buildings.
Not bad, Mr. Joe. Not bad.
Base tracking.
Wonderful, wonderful. What else can he do?
Give that saddle. Do you want to destroy the city or something? Rounds to fight with a miasma emitter.
It's okay, my friend.
It could work.
I mean, depending on the policy, Scorched Earth may be the option.
Close-range engagements, of course.
I mean, this one.
Woman, I just stole the 50.
I fucking love that.
Wonderful.
Amazing.
I think
I
we can
just
make
thought of 50 different ways to make that thing more efficient.
I think we can make this work, Zaphira.
I really like it.
Ways to improve
Big targets mean, you know.
We could always attach more to it.
Satchi, would that be enough to help boost the ground forces?
Oh, definitely. Especially since they said that they are, well, they can be remote controlled by neural links that would most likely keep people either ones who are not combative enough that well they can't be on the front line. They can have them go out there.
Jesus.
We should
Speaking
start
of
drawing
the
up
forces
battle
being
plans.
assembled.
Command?
2.
What I mean to propose
4.
originally.
They used to be in the military.
You also mentioned forces from the sky
As a soldier,
as well.
remember.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And we'll need to assign
Yes.
commanders to the army, give, some sort of authority so we can command the forces on the field.
Well, I'm assuring that everyone has their own forces and will be commanding it. It's more so where we're delegating these forces.
My
The
proposition
issue
in the
there
beginning.
is, let's say for example,
Beely,
Leonhardt's and your forces are on the field together. If there's a disagreement, we'll need someone higher up to chain. Anything can happen on the battlefield.
Your sky forces. Wayward Industries is renowned for their battleships and more manufactured parts and pieces. How would you say you fare in the sky?
Given that most of the airships I produce are heavily armored, ion thruster powered,
Etc.
heavy zeppelins, I think we'll be fine. Yes, we're
I
fine.
hope you also kept
I
the
would
Air
like
Force
to
IPO
nominate-
intact.
Just a moment. I would like to nominate your force for the sky. I think the Leonhardts are excellent defense
What's
and
the
they
name
would
of-
make
This guy, the one that escaped?
Leo. Just a moment, come over here. Your forces have unparalleled coordination when it comes to more of the domestic social situations. I would like to proposition and nominate your force for the defense and the evacuation team.
I was planning to send my best men to help with the defense, yes.
Perfect.
They will take care of that.
Any other spare men we
As I
can
say-
send for the infantry? I think the mercenary work as well as the office can provide the foot soldiers for your surface work, which would give your other bases cover.
Yep.
Suggestion, if I may, since a large portion of people here are fairly ranged, would it be fine, I suppose, if some of the more melee-based people like, well, Mr. Munda here, myself, Gildir, and a few associates that we have, command the melee line?
Yes.
That seems appropriate.
Oh. Look, I don't think that there's gonna be any no's said this evening. Any idea is a good idea. As long as we, I guess, kill the shit out of them. Isn't that the whole point? We don't need to overthink it.
I love that.
I'm ready.
That is the goal,
Hit it
yes.
hard enough, it will die. That's what I've been taught. That's what I know to be true.
What do we expect the aftermath of this engagement to be like? What is left over?
The question.
Left over, dismantling of the hand.
Do we capture them, try them, or do we let them absolve their sins and move on? That is something
that comes to kill all of them.
These people have lives, Leo.
So does everyone. So does every member of that cult. Everyone has a life. We're gonna be killing them anyway.
The innocents that have been killed by them also have a life. I will say it's fair. Last time we let them live and look what happened. I'm saying this time they need to die.
Well, you'd be killing people in their homes, Leo. Jesus, you'd be hunting them down and killing them in the streets.
Well,
Gormander and Leo, they both have... Hold on, before we get into this point, right? Yes, your both points are right and correct. When he escaped, that was my unfortunate, well, hindsight of things. That's when I went missing for the couple 4 months.
I see.
Even though it was the wrong choice to keep him alive, we found out more information. That he has backup, he has support, he has people in the shadows. We didn't know that they could have hit us blinded.
If I may.
There's a pros and cons to every situation.
To summarize, not every member of the Hand will be present on this battle. There are members, as you said, that are in the shadows. Naturally, justice will need to come to them. What I was wanting to ask is, in what manner are we planning on dispatching that?
It would be different for different cultures.
How do they do it in Zaphira City?
How do they do it?
Well,
who here is moral and most accustomed to operating in the shadows? The office has been dealing with covert ops for quite a bit of time, if that's what you're getting at.
For information?
The issue is, right? The issue that I see. If we dismantle this hand, right, they will have those forces will no longer be able to control, right? As long as they live, right, they have somewhat control, somewhat connection to Zarus, and have the resources to make a small force again. Right?
Okay.
You have a point, but
we-
Gormander, I think I also have the answer to your issue. It is like Satchi says. So not everyone will be here, like you say, but they will also have that connection. The only way to stamp this out for good is if we get rid of Zarus himself.
Satchi, the question here is if, let's say if we manage to kill a god, which I'm still in some disbelief, but anyways, if we manage to kill this god, and the connection isn't broken, those who are in the shadows, are you willing to make that call?
I already
order
have.
the deaths?
There you have it.
Well, all right.
I don't think there's much more to discuss, is there?
I think that about clears it. We go to our own posts, we man our own people. When would you like to meet back? Or touch base?
I'm gonna give it a week's time, at least.
Well, he's nearly over.
Kind of wanted to do this, come on, while we're here, yeah?
Are you serious?
No, Mr. Gormunder, this is so...
football movies you've been watching?
Are you serious? No, I'm out.
Come on.
I cannot.
Come on.
I hate this.
It's not more of a sentiment. It's more so of a pact.
I guess.
Blood. All right, your countdown.
Not always.
But
can't see if I'm doing this.
You're going to get me killed.
2, 1.
This has been.
Fuck this shit.
This is the cheesiest damn thing I've ever done.
Well, speaking of, you and I also need to have a talk. Speaking of up-and-coming, conflicts. You were saying?
Electricity, as you might know.
As far as your, the boys go, I have a few magic tech upgrades that I believe would increase the combat effectiveness of those units by 95%.
Shall we move to a different location?
We've got to find it.
Yeah, sure.
Come on. We've got to.
Right. So I know you had this talk with Tony, so I've heard. I expected him to show up at the Lotus, but I guess you went out of your way to go see him yourself. Whatever came of that whole shebang.
Between you and me, Joe, he's young. Everyone
Ambitious.
is. He is. Bought him straight out, but I mean, if he wants to go ahead and fight you, I won't stop him. Might be good to give the boys a run for their money, you know?
Thought I heard you whirring away over here. You weren't about to leave without saying goodbye to good old Gormunder, were you?
Gormy, of course we wouldn't. We're just having a little talk, that's all.
Alright, well, at least shake my hand so that we can conclude business how we do on Earth. There. Now that's how you end a meeting. We've got to go, right, yeah, boss battle. Sure. Okay.
Alright, you have fun. As you were saying. Does he sound content to go to war with the office?
He would like to try. He wants to see you boys gone. Now, Joe, I could have capped him right there in the office, but where's the fun in that? So you go ahead, bring your little boys. He'll bring his boys, and I'll just kind of stand by with a bucket of, what do they call it out here? Popcorn?
Yeah, something like that. It changes every other verse. Now, what I do want to know, what I am curious about is, here's what I would like to know. What exactly is your angle in all of this going to be?
Lady doesn't just tell, you know, Joe. I know you're so curious. But,
Fortunately for me, you don't make yourself out to be so much a lady, do you?
You're not the gentleman yourself, Joe.
Suppose it would be rude of a gentleman to ask, wouldn't it be? So I guess we're both right.
Well...
What is your angle?
What's my angle? Why don't you come to that little fight and find out, Joe? I think it'd be funny. Come on. What's the worst that could happen?
You're definitely... What's the worst that could happen? Oh, goodness gracious. Let me spend, let me take the next year here to go over the almost unending list of reasons and things that could have happened. Because they have before.
I know they have. You're not without your sin list. Come on.
Yeah. Fine. Whatever, have your way. I would still like to meet this Tony. Figure what his angle is and see how hard he wishes to flex a bit.
In that
case, considering the state of everything that's happening. The what?
Look, Joe, darling, come to this little, clash, if you will. If you can't get him to see reason, use force. And, there you have it. A lovely little side soiree to the impending, Zarus war happening. And at some point... And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, Joe. It's just ticking the moments down. The weeks are flying by. You catch my six, Joe?
I do. He comes across as somebody who's ambitious for power without an actual purpose or an end goal, so to speak. And all things considered, what we are about to face, we can't afford to have such squabbles in the midst of it all.
You telling me to recruit him, Joe? He already works for me.
Already? So does that mean I get to fight you?
Oh, do you want to fight me again for real, Joe?
I'll watch where I grab this time.
No, you won't. I know you.
Yeah, you're right. At any rate, at this point, it's either, you're with us or you're against us, I suppose.
Well, we already made the deal, Joe. What are we gonna do about this? Are we getting involved? Sure, we send toys, but...
Handle it, I suppose.
This Zarus.
A lot of issues like this are just getting to being massive thorns in the side of what we're trying to do. And what's gonna happen.
I see where you're coming from.
I'd much prefer, at the end of the day, the odds not be stacked against us. And if we are to face what we need to face, we can't have shit like this getting in the way.
We need every able-bodied thing at our disposal, and I'd rather not see them obliterated.
Likewise.
But we don't interfere. Isn't that the rule?
I'll try to see if we can bend that rule in a few nooks and crannies, but for the most part,
I mean, this is your
it's not our job to
designation.
lift a finger.
I'm following with that protocol as per usual. They keep calling this Zarus thing a god. Have I ever told you about my philosophy about that, Joe? There's no such
You
thing.
philosophizing, you thinking. Wow.
That's right.
I never paid you for so much the idealist. That's my job. You're more the businesswoman.
Well, businesswoman can have her ideals too, Joe. Remember, I do run my own sector. But in my opinion...
This is fair.
At least in my experience, I don't believe in gods. There's no such thing. Gods are a concept made by a lesser species when they don't have the mentality to grasp all that there is before them. Think about it. Back in the old days, they used to romanticize lightning like some kind of being. Sure enough, there eventually came something of it, but in the end, it's just a being with power. And what is power, Joe? When you have so many beings with so many different power levels, the ambiguous vastness of it is just labeled as God, and I call that absolute rubbish.
Precisely. The term God is very flip-floppy. It's tossed all over the place. There's a lot of different factors that give it meaning. Sometimes these quote-unquote gods only have the powers that they have because of the influence that they provide. The belief systems that other people have that funnel power back into them.
So you agree with me, then?
There is no such thing as a god that cannot be killed.
If I may.
Yes.
Want to explain where I am in all this, since you've seen me with questionable acts.
We've had our history in the past. Can I count on you not to, question things when they get morally ambiguous? These are a great deal of people that depend on things running smoothly, and if something goes wrong, people will die.
I'm aware of that. That is why I did what I did there. It was a gamble for information.
Were you satisfied?
No.
I'm very sorry that your gamble didn't pay out. earn back my trust in this mission, and we'll continue to be on good terms. Can I count on you? Wonderful.
As always, Joe.
See you around. Sounds like a great deal of work is ahead of us.
Very.
Mm-hmm.
Why does the tracker die so fucking fast? Oh, you didn't hear that.
It's fine.
I was going to ask you, Satchi, you color me not the sympathetic type. However, I am not unaware of your predicament. You have just come out of a grave injury, a coma that lasted multiple months, and you're going right back out into the field? Are you sure you want to risk all of that?
I've been out of the coma for at least 3 months now. The first month I was in the coma, most likely cocooned. I had to keep myself in hiding, especially with these changes, accustomed to my new body and new things that come along with it. The rune that I got from my master, for a long time it's plagued me, and I was never able to attune to it. Well, the changes that you see now is me finally attuning to that rune. Either with technology, but I still haven't learned that side of things, and, well, magic as well.
I see.
Regardless if I'm ready or not, I will still do the same title that my master has given to me.
Then I suppose we can count on you.
It doesn't mean much, but my title, what he gave me was, and I intend to do it, to make sure things go forward. Right. And my namesake is the Baron of Progress.
I can respect that.
Quite interesting. Baron of Progress, huh?
Catchy title.
Isn't it? Sounds familiar. Well, speaking of, remember when that awkward race of like four-tailed specimens referred to you as one of those?
What, a baroness?
No, a fucking god.
Oh. I was already in the process of wiping out their species, but, I gave them a few extra decades. I mean, flattery goes a long way with me, Joe. That has not changed.
So I've noticed. Oh,
Oh,
that's why
God.
I don't care to flatter you too much.
Good times. Well, you've had your moments. You've gotten a lot of these individuals eating out of the palm of your hand. You've been doing quite well for yourself. It was so funny, Joe. Tony was talking to me the other day when I was trying to. The poor boy doesn't know how to do business, doesn't have a cover business or anything. So I'm writing up this contract, right? I'm sending it to his office right now. 45% of it is mine, of course, so that I don't have to do anything with it. Joe, that's like my magic number, right? That's like my thing. 45% of everyone is mine. Except yours. You can have yours, whatever. I might just cut him a check out of pity.
How's his
Be
place?
like, here's new toys. Go play. Trailblazer, fetch.
Well, you checked out his wares, right?
That's right.
How's his joint?
It's classy. I kind of like it. Reminds me of Wayward Industries. Got that Rococo vibe, you know. It's on the synth side of town. You know, in Zaphira, it goes from being mixed to being purely synth. He runs a nook of that. Right over there. You'll find nothing but the law.
I see. Got it. Well, should things go utterly smoothly, perhaps you might find yourself a nice new chunk of toys. I mean, after all, you did go out of your way to set this up, didn't you?
You can thank me at any time, Joe. You know, I'm just doing such a wonderful little gift for you. You're welcome.
Oh,
You're
God.
welcome.
Please, spare me.
No, never, Joe. Never.
See you at the casino, bitch.
Cunt.
My name's Jobot.
What the fuck?
You sound like that sometimes. Don't lie to me.
All right, okay, well, yeah. One second. Scrolling through contacts. Give me a moment.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I am holding my impersonation for a second or two. Fantastic, there we go. All right. We impersonate each other's. Here's mine. Oh, haberdashery.
Fucking Jobot.
I'm done with everything. I'm still going on break. Have fun doing it. You playing this last time, Ben? When I saw that?
Oh, I think that worked. Mr. Cash!
Hello.
Hello.
I'm trying to get in here for like 30 minutes.
What is going on here? Is this like a twerking contest, a squat contest? What is this?
There are no items left for the consumables.
None. What was this?
Proceed inward. Clear way. Clear the way.
Trading? What kind of trading? What is this?
Squats!
He could explain it the best. He's the one who started this.
We got one more customer coming.
Security squad Lotus.
Do you have them?
Mr. Cash.
Can you check him in?
He's going to broken.
From 90? Awesome. No. 92. 93.
Ignore them.
Mr. Cash, you feel like doing squats today?
No, I don't. Not particularly, no.
Hey, you know what? You're all a bunch of amateurs.
Oh, okay, show us how it's done, Joe.
You want to see how it's done? All right. Hold my drink. Hold my drink. I'm about to show you how this shit's done. You ready?
Come on, first. Don't worry about it.
Joe, what are you?
There we go. This is how you squat, motherfuckers.
Joe, this is not okay. I can't even look away, Joe. This is... You're going to offend somebody. Joe, if you really want to learn how to twerk, it goes more like this.
Who the fuck taught you that?
You would be surprised what gets launched out into space. So, Levy, we have got to talk. Not about you, but about what is going to happen, because there is...
Same with you. Don't worry, everyone.
We gotta start building the... Oh, look! A pet! A thing, I think. And they just let bombs walk in here. I don't understand that. It's absolutely ludicrous. Like, what is this all about? Interesting. Well. Wonderful. Anyways. Vault, my favorite red bounty hunter.
Yes.
Do you have a designation that you work for? Or you more the...
Mr. Shore.
So you're Misty Shores. Wonderful.
Yes.
See if you can speak to your superiors in the coming week. Very important, darling.
We'll see about it. I'll see if I can make time.
That's wonderful.
I'm sorry, it was nice speaking to you.
Take care, Volt. Stay red.
What's going on in the coming week then?
Mr. Cash, when I came to Zaphira, it was not my intention to,
Keychains and these stuff here.
It was not my intention to, stay for any sentimental reasons. If you catch my six. It was,
I think so.
It was to send a message and formulate a plan and leave. Now, I have a good third of Zaphira's companies under my finger, and I'm just stuck here now until things happen. Let us adjourn to upstairs, if we will, Mr. Cash. There's a lot I need to debrief you on. So, here's what we're looking at, Mr. Cash. You're familiar with the hand, as it were? The honchos were dispatched to rally their little people, and those people rally their people until we all come back, full force. The old dominoes.
Right, and I'm supposed to met this totem in the rallying then.
I've got Levy over here. She's just my bodyguard. Like, I'll throw her in. No offense, Levy. Actually, that's entirely up to you, whether... That's the spirit. Good old Levy. Wayward...
Into the fray.
Yeah, just kind of... Boop! But she can actually fly, so it'll be like...
Oh, okay.
And then she'll, like, descend on them like the little hornet she is, like, full on... She's more like a... We'll get back to that. Anyways. I can feel things snapping into place. Like the Flobot that I... Mr. Cash, I had no idea you were so acrobatic. Look at you, Mr. Cash! Oh my god, Mr. Cash! I've already debriefed Mr. Cash.
Good, you did it for me. We're having words later, yeah. Like more fleshed out words.
Why am I getting alerts on my phone saying that the production line's missing a unit and then 10 minutes later it's back?
Yeah, Joe, why is that?
I'd say maybe probably bugs in your inventory listing system.
Right.
The council likes your new toy.
Way better.
They thought it was quite impressive.
Matter of fact, yeah, they did, and what's-his-face from Wayward actually was suggesting something that they could lend to help spice it up a tad.
That's right, and you can thank old Flobot for that, darling.
They're going to inject that whole Magitech thing into it. It's not.
You're welcome, there's cryominium in that shit.
Fuck! Joe! You're such an asshole, Joe!
Wait, you're the one who took my drink. For fuck's sake, how am I the asshole here?
I've been drinking
Look,
from that
tonight was,
for the past several minutes, so it'll
Look,
hit me later.
I just put it in. Oh my God! Oh!
Joe, quick, turn around!
No.
There you go, Joe!
Ah! I saw the next universe.
Oh,
It's all gone.
Oh god.
I've been to the other side.
We can't look at you right now. Get over there. Go stand over there. Line up on a wall like we were gonna shoot you or something. There we go.
I'm scared.
Joe, I thought you said that only worked with fairy wine.
Guess I was wrong.
Oh, that's the good shit, Joe.
Yeah. Let me get rid of this damn.
Alright. Flobot is sufficiently persnickered, fadickered, banana fana faux fickered. And you, Mr. Cash. Keep telling me. There you go. Something for me. It's the slimy dingle dong. Come here, darling. Come to old drunk Flobot. What the fuck? I swear it just talked to me.
Oh my
It just said the word banana.
You don't.
Banana.
Oh my god.
What is it?
I think it's a fruit, Mr. Cash. This all along I've been wrong.
Hello.
Salutations, Achilles. How are you?
Alright, Flo?
I'm great. Cryos Cordelia, my dear. How are...
Nice to meet you.
Oh, excuse me. How are you today? Oh, Flo's little party hardy. Her and Joe just got a little jiggy with it earlier. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Moving to a wall. Oh my god. Everything's fine. So, how about we go and start conducting business? We are going to start conducting business immediately. And the first order of business is for you to go get me a coffee as my new intern. Hey, Joe! Whoa!
That's my name.
Yeah, that's your name. I know your name. I've known it for...
People call me that. How long have you known me for?
How long have I known
We're
you?
not supposed we're being naughty. We're talking in front of the stairs. We'll break his...
Here, Joe!
We'll break the rules. Oh, no!
Have some money! Wait, that's not money! Thank you, darling. Joe!
Reactivate my legs. Give me
Have you met my new intern?
Oh yeah, Joe. That's my name.
Yeah, I'm calling you Joe.
I think I've met
Look at her.
you before. You're...
Is she cute?
Hello,
She gets
intern.
me coffee
Is
and
you-
things. Good
Coffee
stuff.
and things.
Yeah, you want
Good
some
old cup of
coffee,
Joe.
Joe?
There's
What
a
did you
joke
just
in
call
here.
it? What did you
There's a
just...
joke in here.
Don't make me repress memories, Joe. I don't want to think about you every time I get my good shit.
Look, in my defense, I picked that name before I knew this was a thing. So you know what? The Joe came first.
You know.
Okay, just quit like stomping on my style.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'm talking to you, piece of shit. Look at him. He's scared. He's scared.
Joe, we should fuck him up. We should fuck him up, Joe.
I don't think so. How are we gonna fuck him up?
It's mocking us. Look at it breathe.
Stop breathing on me, coffee.
Trailblazer, darling. Oh, thank you, Adam. Everything is lovely right now.
I heard some comments of you saying that Windows 98 was a terrible program.
It
How
was.
dare you? I have a Windows 95 theme.
install Linux.
Air! Just kidding.
Try to go vegan next time. Anyways, Cordelia, have you ever met Trailblazer? This individual was once forced from a NASCAR that didn't quite make it to the finish line, but it's alright. What they did was they reconstructed it, right? They put a little cash register in its chest, and they started it on its own accounting career, and you see, that is exactly why shh.
I think they updated it to have a Facebook.
Yes, look right there, and there's an Instagram, and that's a Twitter, and that's a
You
Switch.
wanna know the coolest thing about Trailblazer, though? You wanna know the coolest thing?
What?
His face looks like what they call a PogChamp.
Trailblazer has become insignificant. He's fired. No one gets the cake. This individual over here.
Towards my chassis.
I'm calling. What? What? You think it's a problem? I'm calling you a red bot? Huh? What are you gonna do about that, Trailblazer?
What am I going to do about it?
What are you gonna do about it, Trailblazer? What are you gonna do about it?
You look like copper instead of gold. How about that?
Both of you do assume that I am some kind of metallic substance, sir. What is, you know what? You know what, Trailblazer? You know what I think? You know what I think? I think you're pushing my buttons, Trailblazer.
Well, you're pushing mine right now.
You know, you wanna take this outside, Trailblazer? You wanna take this outside?
Oh my god.
She's trying to fight someone.
Hey, Jobot, I think
Why not?
trying to fight Trailblazer. You might. I don't know.
Really?
Are we? Oh, wait, what's happening? What's happening? Are we joking? I love jokes. What's
Pushing my buttons. I called him red and...
Push his button.
She literally pushed my buttons.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
I don't think.
That's what I thought. You're right, Levy. That's what I thought. Now where's my coffee? Come here. Come no, Flobot. No. Alright, let's go meet one of my clients. So this individual over here, this one is named Cosmo. And Cosmo comes from a very, he has such a tragic backstory.
Is Jobot okay? Keep saying science.
My name is Tanix.
It's short for Cosmo. Anyways, so Cosmo... So Cosmo over here, you see, he wanted to follow in his father's footsteps, really. He had a tough childhood. He came from a really far away place, but it was a stormy night, you know. The ship sunk, his mother was distraught, and he was left alone afloat on the riverbanks, where he was found by a fisherman in a village, and that was where he first discovered his way up. Like, don't worry about it. We're around people, you can trust. This is a safe location, you can be honest with us.
Well, none of that was correct. I think you've done enough drinking, Flo.
It's just a little bit of cryomidium. Like, look at Joe. Look at Joe over there. He's with Mr. Confetti Man and a cat bot. Of course he's with a cat bot. Oh my god. Joe has such a fetish with cat people. You know,
You
there
should
was
go call him out.
Now you're making the big bucks, Cordelia.
Good
Oh boy. Oh.
Things are cat spots. This is the third fucking cat spot. I already asked.
Look, if that strange man starts talking to you and putting moves on you, don't feel obligated to. Don't feel obligated. Have I ever?
I am trying to hook these two up right now. Excuse you. He did that whole nonsense.
Have I ever told
That's
you?
just kind of cute out here.
Have I ever told you about Joe?
You've never met before.
He comes from a really rural village, right? He comes from a really rural village, far, far to the east, where he had all of these mommy issues, right? One day he comes up to my door, and this is right at the beginning of his school years, right? Terrible time, really. His brother just left him. He was in a lot of trouble, and he says, Flobot, I'm going to go out and see the stars. I'm gonna go out and be an astronaut. And he looks at me and he goes, Flobot, say goodbye to little Timmy. And he fucking leaves and he doesn't say a word for 26 billion years.
I see.
It sounds like he needs a hug.
No, I'm just an ass.
Thanks, darling. Anyway, so this one is great at spy missions. But what you don't know is he has an entire closet filled with assless chaps. I mean, I can't blame him. He looks great in them, no matter what he does. He just keeps pulling it off. I'm so proud of him. But he's always looking. What? He's people that you also want to be good friends with, but you also want to make sure they come at reasonable prices, because sometimes they'll kill your friends and family if you try to fuck them over with prices. Like one time, his dog just straight up got massacred, and I don't even know what happened to the other guy. That's how bad it was. Like, they made a whole 3 movies about it. 3 whole movies about this man.
Actually, I think they're also doing a TV series.
Oh, really? Congratulations!
Oh, shit.
I'm not getting any of the royalties, but yeah.
Well, that's because they had to change your name for copyright reasons, but we all know it's about you. All of us. Each and every one of us. Look at him, he's already posing.
Zarus pulled me off pretty well, though.
You know, it's
Trying yoga.
It's alright. You know, I was trying yoga too. Everybody was doing squats earlier.
Yeah, get me started. I did over 200 of them.
Do squats do anything for you?
That's a good question. I'm gonna do like 20 and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, and 20. Especially low. Oh, fuck you guys! Fine! This is our life now!
I'm just catching up. I'm late to the party.
Restrain yourself. Don't be like Daddy.
Oh my god, I have not done squat.
Don't be like
They're joining.
Oh my god.
It's contagious.
Are you talking to me? No. I cannot look that way. I cannot look that way.
Did you just sober yourself up? Oh, never mind.
Maybe. It all went to the hips, buddy, you know? Just everything, I swear.
That's all it is.
Anyways.
Part of the push-up gang.
But all good businesswomen need a bodyguard. If you turn behind you, you will see one of the finest. Her name is Levy. She's very good at what she does. And she doesn't talk a lot. But what she does, she means every word. This one is also great for bodyguard stuff, but he has his own district. Why am I winded? I only did 20 squats.
I didn't know you had lungs.
I don't. That's the weird part. You're gonna watch yourself a bodyguard. This one could be an excellent bodyguard. If he wasn't so exposed all the time. Like, look at him. He's too busy auditioning for the Backstreet Boys. We want that fame and fortune, but we also want to be protected, and that is why you always use a cop. Anyways, always be prepared. And keep it in the glove box if you can. And or your wallet. It just saves you so much time. I really need to rename my assistant. Andromeda is such a bougie, like, over advantageous name. I don't even know why I chose that name. It was like for sentimental reasons because the galaxy that we met on, whatever.
Consider this another free favor of mine. I'll forward you a map of the whole city in full detail. And should that be of assistance to you for this whole whatever it is you're doing?
Wonderful. We're gonna make sure this goes away and stays away. And ain't nothing going to drop me my profits anymore because I'm sick of my assets killing each other. I'm watching my money deplete and it's just not fun. Not fun. Oh, my life is so hard. Hello, I don't think I have ever met you before.
Hi. How you doing? Hi, my name's Daniel. I'm a member of Purple Lotus Bar Staff Security. How are you?
Hi, I'm Flobot. Nice to meet you.
I think I've heard of you before. I've seen you
Really?
around, floating around with Joe or whatever, right?
Oh, wow.
I kind of cheated, but you know, that's the point.
Joe!
I can't escape. I can't escape it. Okay. I need you for like. I need you for all of like five, a couple of seconds. Come here.
What is this? Why is my hell coming to life?
4 hours-ish, I was in such a dream that I was ready to die.
Howdy, Flo.
It helps with
Joe, what way are you taking me? Not like this!
Okay. So, first, we had talk of Inquisitors today with the councilmen, right? And we that enough gave me PTSD. No,
Yes.
come here. I wanted to introduce you to an associate of mine. This is Flobot. Flobot, meet, what's your name?
Marilyn.
Joe, I can't do this anymore! There's no escaping it, Joe. There's no escape. Oh my god! This is supposed to be on vacation, Joe. Vacation.
I'm sorry if I've caused any issues.
No,
you're fine, kiddo.
Your existence.
Oh, I know what you mean now. I'm just gonna turn away now.
Oh.
It's alright, I'll get to you
I
later.
know what flow means.
Okay. It's not you, it's their name.
Here, I know what'll make this better. Here, just have some money. Anyways.
Just throws a bunch of fucking credits at us.
Yeah, just take it and take them. Joe!
Oh, God. What?
Joe, did you just?
I did just, yes.
Wrap your hips.
Love the
Move you.
Okay.
If you're not here for a drink, please stop the
There's your fairy vines.
Oh, thank God. You want one?
Yeah.
You want one?
Fuck yeah, I'll take one.
You owe me a drink.
Come with me upstairs after this. Yeah.
Alright, I want to watch the specimen do the thing. I did. And I tipped you 160 credits. No, thank you, but here, have more money. That's right! Baby, it feels good to own the town.
Because you're worth it, Mr. Dandy.
Look at him go. 4.
We believe in you.
5.
I'm dying.
6. Come on, do it for Flobot. 7. 8.
You got this.
There you go, darling.
Listen, the
first time I've seen Lan and plant her fucking face into concrete.
Oh man, then that's
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Oh really? Are we? Is this the night? Is this the night, Joe? Are we just gonna? Are we gonna go a little crazy?
I'm about to go to war. I'm going crazy.
Like going back to your deep office crazy? I mean, come on, Joe.
I'm not looking to go that deep.
All right.
Maybe. I don't know. It's up to you. Listen, I've got mine. It's up to you if you want some. See, it's right here. Want some? Yeah, I know you.
Joe, you smart ass. Cheers.
Here you go.
Pink.